想像しろ。今、俺たちの計画は全て完了した。暗草なりデビの救出にも成功し、スメールを変えられた。
ん？今、何か通り過ぎたような。
博士がスメールから離れたことは、私たちにとっても、あいつにとっても、いいことかもな。
本当に不思議な感覚だわ。
Free her!
体でカゴから出ると、こんな気持ちになるのね。
I really like the theme!
やっ
Oh, she's so cute!
はい。
Chat, I wanna cosplay as her. I'm gonna cosplay as her, it's gonna happen.
こんな感覚に酔いしれている場合で。
Step aside, Chi-Chi.
今から逃げても遅いかな。
I'd be a cute Nahida. Oh, thanks, Ash.
呼びかけに応える星たちよ。
幸い、まだ少し時間が残っている。
These videos are always
余裕ができた。
so, dramatic.
これで終わりだと思っちゃった？
待って。違う。そんなの違うわ。
Can't believe someone made her cry. They're gonna pay.
隠された世界全体に関する真実の秘密。
完全に神になった罪よ。
知恵を司るか。通りで自らの民にさえ見捨てられるわけだ。
Oh my gosh, this is so wild. Yeah, this is where the elevator goes to the boss fight.
居場所を失う。臨天100号。
ここで旅人を犠牲にするのがお前たちの計画じゃないのか？
ネロ、本当にやる。
Oh, I do wonder what part Nilou
リ
plays.
スクを冒すなど。
正直に言うと。ちょっとだけ怖い気持ちになるの。でも暗草なりデビ様のために私やってみたい。
Oh my god, the view of Deo's hips.
思っている以上に過激だ。
野郎ども、エルマイトルダンがどれほど手強いか思い知らせてやれ。
アサル、君はこのスメールを裏切り神に背いたものだろう。
神を作る。
The music definitely slaps.
神を作っているんだ。
今ここに魔人戦争の一角をさえ。
Oh my gosh, what is that orb?
神としての誕生を証明しよう。
Oh my god, Wrist looks so tiny compared to that massive robot.
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the Sub-Zerus Festival Samsara and
That's
surviving our
Nahida's
in the desert, we'll
real
finally
voice.
get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2. Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon. But I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But hey, with the help of two insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the Academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.2. So be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon quest, Akasha Pulses, the Kulpa Flame Rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There's still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so now that we've talked about some of the storyline, maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the god that the Academia has been creating.
That's right, and now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss battle.
Wow, they're getting right into
This
it.
looks tough. The Doctor must have put a lot of his energy into this.
Yeah, the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
This looks really intense. What the heck? What is going on the field? Oh my, he controls like every element. That's pyro, cryo, hydro, electro. What is happening? What are these? What are these holes? What are these black holes? Oh my gosh, those are like fireworks. What is that thing? Wait, are you supposed to use are you supposed to use that thing to
Just
fight
look at
him?
the size of it. Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that thing is huge! And come to think of it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome!
Yeah,
It's so cool.
It is impressive.
It's a powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves. Let's break it down a bit. In the first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will use his massive arms to attack everyone. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are several types of abilities, including
Oh, look at the floor, chat.
of burning or freezing effects on the ground.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, look at the
This
ground.
fight kind of reminds me of when we fight Ruin Guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to paralyze it.
Right. And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us. Not gonna lie, he's kind of cute. Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Paimon reskin?
No. Not only is it
Lol.
it's also super powerful. Travelers will need to charge energy for this little helper and use its special skill to counter the boss in battle.
A helper in a boss fight. Yeah, that's definitely not Paimon.
Once the Balladeer has transformed into this massive form, our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him. So, the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned. There will
Wow.
even be some moments in the fight where travelers will need to use an aiming mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Floating Nahida?
It'd be so important against
Yo,
the
that thing
boss the
has-
size of the Balladeer.
That thing has a dumpy chat.
They also use some amazing
Did you see
special
that?
effects for all of the Balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey special effects of his skills really kind of remind me of the Raiden Shogun skills.
Right.
True.
And seriously, I can't wait to check out this new boss fight. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
So now that we've covered the new boss battle, I think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters coming in version 3.2. Let's welcome Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka Nahida. Yay!
Hey, finally!
After everything we've experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the...
Yo, she's a radish.
Yeah, let's call it that. Unique
Maybe that's why I like her
metaphors
so
that Nahida
much.
likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use really childlike language to describe some deep or profound idea. But the
Her
truth
analogies.
is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like pieces of scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
but I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's story quest, Sapientia Oromastes chapter. The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest, so be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her, but I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots.
Oh?
But before we get to that,
you guys really like Nahida's voice, huh?
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
But her animations are so cute.
Grow.
Oh my gosh, she tells things to grow. That's so cute.
Temple of Wisdom.
Is that her burst? Wow, how does that? Whoa! Is that her idol animation?
Oh, she's so cute.
Look at her.
I love her.
Aw, little Nahida is so cute. I love how she hops around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too. So, what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Oh?
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a catalyst user, this combat style is pretty unique. You may cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill button.
Animations are so cute!
The button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from Dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing Dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies
support?
together.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
What?
Wait.
Wait, that's OP. Wait, I'm getting her. I'm getting her.
Yeah. This skill may also have some additional uses,
Oh?
travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Wait, you can use it on NPCs?
Elemental burst is where things get really interesting. Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of Dreams, expanding a special field.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
That's her burst?
Different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro characters in the party.
It looks like you're in a building.
Field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification. An electro party member will decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma Purification is triggered, and a hydro party member will cause the duration of the field to be increased. If there are at least 2 party members of the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Whoa.
That's kind of like...
We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve.
That's kind of like the Dendro Traveler's burst, no?
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while Nahida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active
She's a
character
support.
remains in the special field radius.
Or an off-field DPS.
Also, in addition to Nahida, we have one other character joining us in version 3.2.
Layla!
That's right. She's a very peculiar academia student. Her name is Layla. Most days, she looks super tired and anxious, which seems to be a direct result of her relentless struggle with her studies.
Oh my gosh, she's me, chat.
Not only is she frail and anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's
Sleep deprivation.
might consider her a little strange and mysterious. And even though she's always groaning about her studies, most of Layla's research work is actually fine overall. It's just her lack of confidence that's really holding her back. And that's when her unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is... sleepwalking.
What?
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleeping,
Yo, yeah, she's like Zenitsu!
papers no longer seem like the
From
monumental
Demon Slayer!
tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
This is definitely something only Layla can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework.
That's so unique, I love it.
Idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know that she has this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Sawmill, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
Oh?
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets. She wants to be able to make friends and go out and have fun. But
Relatable.
it seems like she'll never be able to do any of that until she graduates.
And actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in
Ooh.
combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there.
She has got the droopy eyes. Oh, she's a sword user?
My guiding stars!
Oh, that's such a pretty skill.
Stars, shine for me!
Is she like a cryo Xingqiu?
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
Well, that's
This
so
shield not only
pretty.
protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active. When a character protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Ooh.
It kind of is like Xingqiu.
I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
Oh my god, let's go.
Throughout the skill's duration, each time a night star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Whoa.
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream sphere that constantly fires starlight slugs at opponents within its AoE, while also generating night stars for Layla's shield. As a talented Ratawa, his student, Layla also comes in handy when crafting. When Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Ah, nice.
Sweet. Anyway, when can travelers expect to see these new characters available in-game?
Great question.
Oh.
That brings us to our new event wishes.
Yoimiya is coming
Part of
back.
version 3.2, Nahida and Yoimiya will be available. In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for Miko and
My C1 child, let's fucking go.
for the first time. Also, a new 5-star weapon, 1,000 Floating Dreams, will be appearing in the new weapon event wish.
It looks like an artifact. Oh my god, I want
To the version 3.
Nahida so bad.
Welcome, everyone. Next, we'll take a look at some of the new events for the coming update. An amazing fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of Sumeru.
Fungus
Not only
competition.
has it attracted local competitors from Sumeru, but also spectators from other nations.
Fungus competition? How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a Wisdom Orb to catch and train their fungi and participate in battle events. Although the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so, if I catch and train a Jade Plume Terror Shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Aww.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names.
Wait, we can name them?
You will have
Bongo head.
fungi.
That sounds fun.
Travelers will have to use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy in a lot.
Is this like beetle fighting, chat?
While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch,
But with
and
fungi?
rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, looks kinda like jelly. I bet Paimon's gonna be all over that.
Hey! Paimon wouldn't ever do that! Hey! Paimon would never do that!
I can tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these different kinds of fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode. In this mode, there will be 2 challenge types, Coordinated Assaults and Zone Defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the ley line monolith.
Aw, they're so cute.
Slick.
This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. As for the rewards, in addition to primo gems and various
StarCraft?
materials, once travelers have reached a certain
Oh, I
phase of
thought
the event,
the resource
they will also
management?
be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another nation.
Oh?
Any idea who it could be?
Leavin?
Fun guy?
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it. Let's leave that for travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
Okay, next up we have a change of pace with an all-new Trials event. For this event, travelers will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with Yen Phase and Klee's attacks, or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs.
Wait, this is like Mario Party.
Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit.
Whoa.
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, and to make things even more interesting, this event will support co-op gameplay.
This sounds like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for
Let's go.
characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Perfect.
In addition to these events, version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test.
Oh?
We'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice. So, what changes can travelers expect this time around?
The most notable change, of course, will be the addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing
We
in
have
version 3.2.
all the
Besides serving
hypostases
as a
out?
new open world boss, the Dendro
Dang.
Hypostasis will also be busy performing alongside its fellow Hypostases in
That
the
was fast.
Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around, travelers will be facing challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro Hypostases. Before each challenge, travelers may select a buff effect to use. However, as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we run out of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming
I'm gonna be
to
honest,
collect
I don't remember
Primo
this.
gem rewards, then don't worry. You
I don't
won't
remember
up
this
the
event.
difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new update. First, we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside
the
Canvas
camera event again.
Once again, we'll be working together with Lieben in Marvelous Merchandise. It's also worth mentioning here that some optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas, Inside the Lens.
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. In addition to all these new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first which is regarding
Teapot
the
update?
Teapot. Starting with version 3.2, the Serenity Teapot will be adding the long-awaited replication system.
Wow, that's super amazing.
Oh?
Yeah. This feature will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots and implement them in their own.
Whoa!
Designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but didn't have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring that creativity back to their own teapot or share their creativity with others.
Get ready to hit up your friends with amazing teapot skills.
I can't wait to see everyone.
Yo, this is huge.
Especially.
I'm not even a teapot user, and this is huge. Oh man, I definitely want both Nahida and Layla though. Oh, such unique. I really like these new character designs. And these new like skills and everything that they're coming up with.
I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2.
Oh, that was so short.
Which means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
And just as we mentioned earlier, even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru.
That's the final chapter?
In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content. And I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
What did we think of all that? I think for me, I'm looking most forward definitely to the characters. Oh man, but yeah. Time to save up all my primos! Yo, I really want Nahida. And I really want C1 Child. So I'm glad that they're on different banners. I think I'm gonna lose my shit. Chat, I have the worst pulling streak with Archons on the first banners. So hopefully I will have enough primos by the time Nahida comes out to at least get her to guarantee. So much to do in 3.2? Yeah. Yeah. Like the weekly boss as well. I'm really excited for... I'm kind of surprised that like that's the last chapter of the Archon quest. I really had a feeling that they would go to Act 6, but... Oh, Mir, you're molding since Nahida and Layla are on different banners. Yeah. Because Layla would be on... Would Layla be on Yoimiya's banner? Ooh, that's a pass for me though. Oh, Layla is phase 2. Oh, I see. Teapot main's thriving. I mean, Teapot is not for me, but I know quite a few people who are really into it, and yeah, it'll be awesome to see what more... How much further you guys can push your creativity to your limits, because I think this makes things way more easier. Is Scar's vision a vision or a delusion? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I think it's interesting because, you know, we saw him able to wield all the elements because according to the trailer, he actually achieved becoming a god, so... Scar had visions on his mechants. Yeah, but I feel like we really don't know what to expect because I don't think anything like this has happened before where we actually face a literal god. Like, this is like a manufactured god, you know? It's different mechanics too because, you know, there will be parts of the fight where we can't actually fight on our own using our own abilities. We have to use that little, the little helper or whatever it's called. Obviously, we have the 2 new characters. We have the boss fight, which I think everyone is highly anticipating. Then we have the final part of the Archon quest, but I find it very interesting how they make sure to stress that it's not the end of the story in Sumeru and that the other character stories will continue in some other way. So obviously we have like Nahida's story quest. I don't know, will more be revealed in story quests of future characters? Like for example, Dea and like Al-Haitham, right? I'm wondering how we find out more about Satori and like Scara himself. I'm really curious how they managed to turn him into a god. And then like, you know, the teasers in the story about like the Irminsul, and I really want to know what Nilu's role is because she seems pretty important. So yeah, the boss fight mechanics itself seem really interesting. They dedicated a big section of the live stream to that. Yeah, Nahida's kit and Layla's kit both seem very unique, so I definitely I really want both of them. If I lose by 50-50 for Nahida, oh man, it's gonna be over, chat. It's gonna be over. And then we have the fungi event. It's so nice to see all these new events that they are coming up with instead of just reruns of the previous events. Oh yeah, and then the Teapot update, which doesn't really affect me, but is still really cool. I'm really happy for all the Teapot players. Yeah, that was the entire update, chat. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I actually really want Nahida really badly. Like, I can't remember the last time. I think she's an insta-pull for me. I think she's like a Kazuha, but like for different reasons. Not because of the drip, but because she's like so cute, and I actually really like her character that we've seen so far in the story, and like, you know, her kit, her entire kit seems really unique. The fact that she can farm from a distance just by like, and then her camera thing that she does is so, oh my god, I just want to pick her up and squeeze her, and the fact that she looks like a radish.